Oh,
Hi,
hello.
hon.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. Happy Friday and all that.
Happy motherfucking Friday. Oh,
Finally.
10 seconds and I've sworn already. Sorry, guys.
Sponsorship gone.
Cancelled.
Before we've even begun.
Oh, Rue.
Oh.
How are you?
What's poppin', slime? I'm good. I'm great. I'm Annalise. Welcome to the podcast.
Come on, the good, the great, the Annalise.
I'm gonna claim that one as my, what was the word I was about to use? Legal name. My legal name. All one word. No hyphens.
We're going to get rid of the government name. You're not a government hooker anymore.
On Lady Gaga.
Oh my gosh. We are back again.
Guess who's back in the house?
Who's clicking about? I'm gonna stop. Do you know what? I got a couple messages from people being like, completely forgot how much you say come through. I say it all the time. I need to come up with something else.
But at this point, is it not your signature? I mean, greatness begets greatness.
Branding.
Very on brand. Very that. I love that for you. Never change.
Aww.
I love you.
I love you too. Never change. Anyway, everyone at home, all three people, including one person from Canada. Someone from Canada is listening. I checked some stats. We are international, but everyone that's listening, I mean, they're not going to want to.
Janet, I love you. Thanks.
Janet.
Janet.
I was just going to let you know.
Yeah, that is my friend. So shout out Steven, shout out Camilla. Hashtag, what's our group chat called? We're going to have to cut all of this out because I can't even remember my own name. But RuPaul's Big Shack. Shout out the man them. Janet is Steven's mum. I've known her for such a long time, and I didn't even know that Steven. She messaged me the loveliest message, like, "You guys are so funny. I can't believe it." Huge fan of Drag Race, so shout out Janet. I love you.
That is so cute. It was giving me Halle Berry at the Oscars.
Oh. You just call me Halle Berry, and I'm going to cling on to that for the rest of my life. That's not what you said verbatim, but that's what I got from that. Come on, GCSE analysis, English literature.
Words.
They mean
they mean things.
Well,
and shout to everyone.
Oh. Was I about to slide in there so smooth and silky? Nutmeg ganache.
Come on, Liquid Silk. Go ahead and tell the listeners what they're listening to.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our podcast. Drum roll,
crunchy drag. I fucked up that drum roll. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We march the beat of our own drums, baby, and that's on Nicola Roberts.
Yes, come on. We are a RuPaul's Drag Race recap podcast brought to you by two cousins who love to talk shit, have a laugh, and obsess over Drag Race.
So come get crunchy and have a kiki with us as we recount the latest episodes of one of the most sickening television shows in history. I'm Soju's leaking cyst, but you guys can call me Annalise. Hi, how are you?
You're not the sis.
The infamous. The notorious.
You need to get some Germaline for that shit, baby. I'm so sorry, Soju. That was disgusting. That was sis-dusting. I am the tight-ass showgirl that should go back to Party City where I belong, but you can call me Chris. Oh, another episode. The first episode of Drag Race UK Series 2.
Woo, 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 woo.
Oh my gosh.
So much to unpack.
I'm still reeling from the episode.
It was so... It's just everything I wanted from a first episode. I loved it so much. And I watched it a day later than everyone else. So I was just avoiding spoilers like left, right, and center. But when I did see little snippets, when I forgot that I was meant to not be reading these things, when I remembered that I was literate, I was like, oh my god, no spoiler. But everyone was like, it's amazing, like I can't wait to hear your review. Oh, I've never felt so gassed in my life.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's give the people them what they want.
Come,
sorry, I don't know.
Come. Shout out Nana.
Hi Nan, you definitely not watching this. Listening, whatever. All right, let's get things started with these entrances. Lawrence Cheney walks into the workroom first.
Yes,
I love her. I love her instantly. Like
from
that moment, I mean, she just walks in with this like purple look. She's got a net in like half of her hair, which I know was part of the look, but I was still like, okay.
It was a choice, but
she thought it's gorgeous.
She looked stunned in that Versace little number. It was real cute. Magnolia Crawford nose on paint. It was just beautiful. What a sight to behold. And then she opens her mouth in that beautiful accent. Here comes the Susan Boyle of Drag Race UK. Love her so much. So entertaining.
The first one in, and you know, Bagger was the first one in for series 1, and I was like, are we getting? Is this another fan favorite? I smell. Definitely.
Ooh, I think so.
Cherry Valentine comes in next
with that hateful headdress. Absolutely hateful. Had to shame her. Pawn entrance. Couldn't even wait 30 seconds. No?
I mean, it was filmed in 2020, and I feel like Sherry. Oh no, I've got Sherry Pie in the brain.
Cherry baby.
No, not Alison Mossy. No, I've got Cherry. Sorry.
Yes.
Her coming into the workroom was very big 2020 energy. It was like you thought that you were going to have the confidence on January 1st, 2020. You were like, this is going to be my year. This is going to be my series on Drag Race. And in the first flipping like season, it gets to March and you smash your headpiece on the ceiling on your entrance into Drag Race.
Visual metaphor come through.
Come on, poetry in motion. But if you're gonna do it, you're gonna look gorgeous doing it. And I can't believe she said she made like that whole look.
Oh my god,
insane!
Oh my god, just stunning. Like Morticia Adams, not just Morticia, but Cher. It was beautiful. It was skin tight. Oh, just so stunned.
I was excited just to see just the two of them together. Lawrence already, I don't know, this energy when she said, do they have good teeth in Darlington? No.
It was so hateful, but delivered with such charm that you can't, are you even going to be insulted by that? Like, you can't, can you? You've just got to laugh. You got to have a laugh at yourself.
I was like, who said, no one told me that Bianca Del Rio was pregnant with a Scottish baby. Where was the insult comic jumped out? I was like, okay.
Faux show.
They just, I love watching. I love the entrances because like even just with two queens, I'm just like, yeah, you guys continue talking. I just want to watch you guys like have a bit of fun.
They knew what they were doing when they put Lawrence Cheney as the first one in. Like, claps for these people.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Honey.
Next in,
TT, Tia Kofi. Looking 9 foot tall, and I live leopard.
So with Tia Kofi,
yeah,
I feel like before she started drag,
okay.
she was like, she went to Paris, got inspired by the Eiffel Tower, and was like, I'm gonna be taller than that in drag because she
legs.
She's legs for days.
Ugh.
For days. I was like, oh my gosh. And like, I think, I don't know, like seeing her on camera versus seeing her in real life, I was like, oh my gosh, like, you are so tall, I completely forgot.
Honestly, it was those sequence boots as well. The boots, the sequins, the leopard. Oh my god, it's just my dream come true. My dream.
The faux reveal.
Like cackling already. Like we said, we were like, this is a funny bitch. Like this is a comedy queen, and hello, entrance.
She's really funny. She when she's trying to explain what Clapham is.
What's Clapham? Cherry Valentine 2021.
I don't think you want to know.
Oh God! I mean, we're South London babies, born and bred, but Clapham.
Yeah.
Clapham, innit?
Tia is the diamond in the rough. She's the shining beacon of Clapham. I feel like we're being really anti Clapham, but I mean, I feel like everyone's got a story with just some kind of bullshit with Clapham. But I mean,
it exists.
Clapham Council, don't read me for that.
Nah, Wandsworth, please. We ain't got money to be sued. We need sponsorships.
In confessionals,
yeah.
Tia was like, oh, so like the difference between Clapham Queens and like East London Queens, like Clapham Queens can entertain an audience. And then in walks in Bimini Bombu Lash.
Iva herself, the Barbie fembots, just, oh my god, in car, like, you know, she was fully waiting for her to heard that comment. It was like, well, I can either scalp her now or I can play the game. But beautiful, just beautiful. Like, I literally just wrote down beautiful, and that was that.
Bimini looks like, you know, like how there's different types of Barbies.
Yeah.
She gives me like, she was like church girl Barbie growing up. She went to university, fell in love with a man in Berlin, and then just didn't look back and just embraced this fembot crazy type of Barbie. It was like, I love her.
I know, that's the thing. I try to put together sentences. I'm like, yeah, this is gonna sound like the fucking lick on the podcast, but I can't. Like, I'm lost for words. Even when we did the Meet the Queens, I was like, Bimini, just maybe that's what the name means. Like, Bimini Bombulash. I don't know what that means. The story is behind that. I should have done my research. Low at me for being so unprofessional. But maybe the mystery and the intrigue is in the name. Ooh, conspiracy time.
That's a shade sound. Didn't really fit there, but I just wanted to show people that I can kind of do it. All right, Ginny Lemon bowls in.
Chin. Ginny Lemon and
Fancy.
Energy. That's the energy that we all need to channel in our lives.
Okay, I know this isn't Meet the Queens because we went through that already. Yeah. But again, I mean, I just love all of these queens, and like having the first lot just in and Ginny comes in, like everyone feels a little bit different. It's just like, this feels so right.
Yeah, she is definitely adding, like, the little, then what, there four, and then in walks Ginny Lemon, and it's just so wildly different. We've already got in there, but it 5 is real exciting. the glamour nana,
Um,
the pig in a wig of a drag queen herself, Ginny Lemon.
she sits down and it's like, okay, like the grown up is here, like the weird. She's not even. I say she's like the grown up, but she's like the wacky,
very
aunt
Sasha Velour
vibe.
energy, but a bit more deranged. Like 6 cats gives you out of date milk in your tea, stale biscuits.
And Lawrence asks her, "What do you do successfully?" Bianca Del Rio quote: "I'm telling you, she's coming for the insult comedian gig." She asked Ginny, "What do you do successfully?" And I was waiting for the quickly, but it never came. And then Ginny just like she explains who she is, which is a weirdo that we're gonna fall in love with. I can feel it. Ellie Diamond. I'm gonna stop with these accents one day.
Ellie Diamond, the sexy anime bo peep of everyone's dreams. Like, Lawrence looked so shook. To see another Scottish queen. Like, I didn't open her mouth yet, and Lawrence was like there.
She called her Miss Piggy. Within seconds. Yeah, I don't know. I almost didn't catch it. I had to like rewind because I was like, did she just call her Miss Piggy? And like, obviously, I'm guessing. I mean, they know each other as they discussed afterwards. But like, I was like, you're gonna be that girl. Like, she's not being mean. It's all a bit of fun. But also, I was like, hey, don't call her Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh wait, no, they know each other. It's cool. But
I didn't.
Ellie, go ahead. Sorry, my love.
No. I was gonna say any value. You go ahead. Take hot stuff.
I was just gonna say Ellie's face. I know, like we're gonna.
Oh
later
god.
on, but, like,
oh my god.
She can paint.
Van Gogh
it doesn't.
In his motherfucking grave. He shook. Matisse shook. Dali shook. Painter. A painter.
I like that. I like that we have Ellie and Lawrence both here, just because like they had this dynamic of like Ellie starting drag and like asking for tips from Lawrence, like, and now it's like, well, leave that all outside, like leave that where it was, because now you're both here.
True.
Like, you're on the same level now. I really liked it. Yeah, we'll get to the challenge later on, but yeah, Miss Ellie Diamond walks in. Sister.
The entrance quote, like, I too did not understand. I'm so glad Cherry Valentine said it for all of us, because I was like, huh? You look sickening. But I was agape. I was aghast. I was just sitting there blankety blank, but enjoying everything that I was seeing.
What did she say? She was like, I don't know what all the fuss is about.
I feel like it was some
she's
kind
like,
of quote,
it doesn't.
But I don't know, man. I didn't get it.
I think it might be uncultured. I think she was doing a bit, but it was just, yeah. Either way, she looks gorgeous. I loved the little, like, Smurf daddy mess that was left on her lips.
Yes. I was sitting there waiting for the subtext, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to have to run rampant with my imagination. It was beautiful. She looked beautiful, looking like Betty Page, crystal embellished, moo, just stun.
Yes. I'm just like, again, another feast for the eyes vibe. Like, I'm looking forward to
the girls were bringing the
seeing
looks.
Yes. Speaking of, next up into the room,
Naomi twice over. Campbell, Smalls, the wig. Oh, the wig. I mentioned it last time, but the wig. I just give me all your wigs. Give me your wigs. I'm gonna invite you onto this show purposefully, just so I can rip the beautiful inches long wig from your scalp.
This look, the look was was everything.
Oh, I know. It was just, oh my God, she's just, oh, it makes me so angry. I'm so angry because she's just so beautiful.
And then having the Welsh accent in on Drag Race just feels right. Like
it's such a lovely accent as well. It's going to be, because I think it's like, Welsh is a really friendly accent. So I want to hear her rip some people to filth in that sweet, lovely, like soft Welsh accent of hers. Can't wait.
Mr. Joe Black walks into the workroom, and yes, the girls were gagged a little bit. Just shit was getting a bit gaggy.
It was entirely too much, and
I was,
She looked like Yzma. Like that is the first thing that popped into my head. I was like, Yzma, come the fuck through. Yzma cosplay in 2021. I'm here for it.
Giving you pull the lever, Ru.
Why Ru? Ru is the sidekick now. Ru is Kronk. I'm shook.
Ru is the Kronk to Joe Black.
Oh my God. Just so much glitter. So like looking like the most devastating pantomime villain that you've ever seen in your life. The evil stepmother from Snow White. Just the queen, the evil queen. Joe Black. Yzma, Mystic Meg, Elizabeth Taylor, all of it.
Veronica Green.
Veronique.
She struts into the workroom.
Oh my God. Like, I'm already such a fan. Like, she just looked like the sweet love child of Courtney Act and the most delicious of all of the quality streets, which is, you know, the purple one. The purple one. Yeah. Yes. That baby. That's what I got. And I was salivating. I love Veronica so much.
And we said last week she was going to be really sweet. And like, she's greeting all the girls and she's like, I'm a fan, I follow you, I'm a fan, I love you. And then Bimini was like, oh, that's really sweet, but girl, I do not know you at all.
I had to cackle. I did. I truly did.
She really said, Harpo, who this?
Who this, indeed. I mean, you're going to get to know because Miss Veronica, we'll get to it later, but Bimini, eat your words.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Estina Mandela walks in with what I think is the best entrance line of the series. The moment she literally just said, rude.
Oh my God. Like,
I don't know what I was expecting her to say when she walked in, but it wasn't that, and I don't know why, but it was just layers of funny. I was like, okay, I love and obsessed already.
Perfection. Absolute perfection. Like, we all know that girl. Like, she is the baddest bee. She's the baddest bee. And again, give me that wig. Estina, if you're listening.
Honestly, I was like, okay, with the middle partings. Yes, girls. Okay, looking cute. And then Sister was real quick to dial in and was like, is there going to be some kind of competition between you two? Like, between Estina and Tace? And I was like, oh, why are we black?
I think it was them shady ass producers just in the ear, like, so can you just can you ask the two black ones? Yeah, the black ones, not Tia. No, not Tia. No, the black ones.
Annalise.
Ask them. Stir up some racial tensions. Very, very 2020.
They were Estina's confessionals. Oof. I was living for instantly because she was like, oh yeah, you know, some of the girls claim to be dancers because they can do a little 1-2 step, and I was like, okay, all right, you didn't have to do all of that. Literally, if we just got here, can't we all get along? Can it not be RuPaul's? No, I'm joking. It's not fuck that shit. It's about getting the crown.
And I mean, I'm ready for it because it's not my trouble. So I'm perfectly happy to sit down every Thursday and watch the mess that this one's going to create. I'm eating good.
She's like, and it's not like there's no maliciousness at all. It doesn't feel like, anyway, from like first episode anyway, it doesn't feel like that.
We shall see.
But she says like, what did she say? She was like, she has the Infinity Gauntlet of dancing. Like okay. I was another geeky reference. I was like, you are a little, I love you. There's a little side to you. Yeah, she's into gaming, she's into dancing, she's into drag, she's into having glistening legs. I mean, this isn't Estina Mandela propaganda, we promise. It was just the moment I was like, yes. Okay, Ahura walks in.
Jorge. I'm glad she explained that, because I thought it was a Star Trek reference, and then she was like, oh, it's because my name is George. I was like, okay, got it.
Thanks for the clarification.
I needed it. Honestly, my brain cells have gone into full meltdown by the time like Cherry Valentine walked in, and just looking like an entire meal. I was like, you know what? My brain cells, they're not going to be working hard today. So I'm so sorry for the rest of this podcast.
The girls really put in the work with the looks. I was like taken aback because I wasn't expecting Aurora to be wearing like a black wig. That's so like such a tiny note. It was just like, I'm so used to like seeing her like with blonde wigs and stuff like that. Like she obviously, I'm not saying she doesn't own a black wig, but like I was just like, oh, this is an interesting look. But obviously it was Wizard of Oz inspired. One of the queens, and you couldn't see who it was, but like someone screamed, "Oh no, she killed Toto!" And I I said, "Not Toto, please." Oh my gosh.
To that doubt.
Yeah, I was like, okay, so she's, there's already, we're getting some story coming. Tia was literally like, oh, I've heard stories about her. And she said something that I really loved, Ahura. And she said, like, I could get like, I was like, oh, what are you like? Are we going to get the villain edit? Is Annalise right? What's the vibe? And she said, what did she say? She's like, I'm like, a lot of people think I'm Veruca Salt, but I'm actually Willy Wonka, and I really want to give you that golden ticket. She's like being really playful.
She's teasing us. I think.
Well, we'll get as we go on with the episode, we'll see about that.
Cool.
But yeah, that was Queen number 12 of UK series. Series 12. Can you imagine?
Series 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Everyone looks stunning thus far. We're eating good, boys and girls, everyone in between. And then in walks Mr. RuPaul Andre Charles, looking like the very best, the very richest oil baron. He's in cosplay as a Republican fracker, wearing his red suit. You didn't think we caught the reference just because we're from the UK? RuPaul, we see you. We see your beautiful Klein, Epstein and Parker suits on the US, and you come to us with a red suit? I'm insulted.
I mean, I'm sure that was Klein and Epstein. Also, we shouldn't mention them because they ain't paying us anything. But RuPaul walks into the workroom looking like the category was Santa Claus on a diet. It was like, okay. I mean, I just was like, okay, I was expecting like a little more jazzy vibes, but I mean, I was like, okay, you're going for a regal look. She walks into the workroom, announces, welcome to series 2. And then like, I was like, okay, what's the tea on the prize? Because obviously series 1, you got a trip to Hollywood, where you got to film your mini-series with World of Wonder. Amazing. Sadly, if it's BBC, you can't get any monetary prizes. So there's no $100,000. But like series 2, the whole Hollywood trip, it doesn't age well in the age of Corona. Who's going Hollywood?
That
a Zoom
is such a good take, because I hadn't even clocked that. But what on earth? Because they were filming this
obviously
during COVID had happened.
This is Well, at this point, COVID was just kicking up. So this was like filmed, I think, I think we've got a couple of episodes pre-lockdown. And then I think like after like a few episodes, we go into post-lockdown. So I'm looking forward to seeing I'm sure people are going to have a glow up. I'm sure there's going to be like, I feel like the stakes are going to be higher when they have to reference it as well, surely.
Yeah. Don't you worry. RuPaul has got COVID the Rusical coming. Like, it's coming. The writers have been working hard.
Write that down.
You know it. You heard it here first, folks. COVID the Rusical.
They've got their mini challenge coming. Wimbledon, which I thought was it was just a cute little moment. I'm always here for like a photograph challenge, a photography session, a photo shoot. I can't remember what other words describe a photo shoot, so that took me literally 5 minutes. I'm so sorry, everyone. But like a photo shoot challenge, I love those little mini challenges, especially like for the first
especially
round,
when the Brit crew are just standing there looking absolutely sumptuous in their freaking Brexiteer UKIP boxer shorts. That was a choice.
I mean, I feel like everyone on set that day were very thankful. They go to the mini challenge stage. I don't even know if you can call it the mini challenge stage. I'm going to call it that now. And I mean, I don't know if it's worth like running through every single one because
I don't remember. All I remember is Taste whipping around, posing the house down. It was beautiful.
Yeah, like Taste was a model. I was like, okay, this is, and she said I'm trying to show RuPaul I'm a model, and I was like, okay then, so this is you're not effing about, like this is what you're gonna give. Lawrence Chaney, that photograph is etched in my mind, and I haven't seen on social media yet, but for some reason, why has no one started memeing that? Have you seen like the bag of chips meme, like the her in the yellow outfit, but she's like out of her face?
Oh yeah.
I feel like you could be doing that with Lawrence Chaney, like that face, like with the ball, expecting the ball to come towards her. I was like, okay, this is hilarious.
I do love those photo shoots.
Other highlights.
Another highlight for me was Joe Black just being everything that I want to be. Like, if I'm lucky enough to live to the ripe old age of 42, I also would like to be playing tennis with some sexy young men wearing a turban with a feather, like just Yzma Moira Rose realness, living my best ostentatious life.
Moira Rose. Oh, if you can do characters for Snatch Game, I would 100% want to do Moira Rose. To be. Veronica coming into this mini challenge saying, "I'll do Ru." I was like, "You're so cute." I just, and like her confessionals as well. And we'll get to it in a minute anyway. This mini challenge, I mean, no one did horribly. I loved that like
Ru was wheezing. I don't know about laughing, but there was a lot of wind. A lot of breeze, and Ru was having a grand old time. So was
I. Lawrence Chaney is the winner of the Wimbledon mini challenge. Snaps, lots of snaps, and then RuPaul announces the MAXI challenge. We'll get into the MAXI challenge very shortly. But we're just going to be little teasers and have a little break, guys. Suspense. I love it. Our breaks literally last 5 seconds, but I mean...
After this message from our advertisers. Jingle. What it do, baby?
Welcome. That
Welcome.
was very Babe Station. Yes. What are you doing? I'm just here at
I'm
home.
just lying on my bed making a podcast.
We're just joking to our mums and dads. Actually, listen, we never actually watched Babe Station. I mean,
Never. What's Babe Station?
you went very
I don't
Moira-rocious
know
then.
her.
David, what is Babe Station?
Oh my god, this is a RuPaul's Drag Race X Shit's Creek X BTS inclusive space. We love you all.
You had to get the BTS in there. I can't
Of course
cope.
I did. Of course I did. How else are they gonna know that I exist, you know?
Welcome back, everybody. We are just like to tuck into our MAXI challenge announcement. So
Tasty.
RuPaul, he announces obviously it's the 50th anniversary of gay liberation, and to mark that occasion, the MAXI challenge is going to be a runway look which is centered around you being inspired by a Brit icon that's gay.
Yeah.
A
Or
gay
an ally.
icon. Or an ally.
Yes.
Or an ally. Shout out to the allies. Hi, Annalise.
Hiya, Han. Love the gays.
Why didn't anyone do you on the ride?
No, but for real. Call me. Have your people call my people.
And then obviously there's a little kind of tiny little goopery gaggery moment when Rue is like, I didn't come over here for just bangers and mash.
No, but what else have we got to offer you, RuPaul? Honestly, like, please answer this question. We're in crisis.
We can offer Sonia from EastEnders, icon.
Shout out, Natalie.
Natalie Kesty. The second runway look that the queens have to prepare is the Queen of Your Hometown look. And I mean, I was so excited because it's basically a callback to the first episode of series one. And I quite liked that. I was like, oh, this is good that you're keeping this, because I feel like probably got like one more series in them for doing this without the looks just repeating themselves. And they, as we will talk about later on, but I think they do a good job of like being different to last year.
For sure.
Maxi
Here we
challenge.
Go back to them de-dragging though, and Astina again coming through with the one-liners. Not one of them is cute.
Oh, I screamed nurse.
I've had enough, but I want more. Give me more.
Guard.
Security. No, but please leave her here. Come on now, entertainment.
Honestly, I was like, I can't cope. And then you obviously had like that. Everyone's like having a bit of a laugh and everything like that. And then Lawrence has this little moment. I just want to just jump into the screen and just give her a hug and be like, it's okay. Like
30 minutes into the episode and we've already got our first tearjerker moment, because I was really, really touched, and it's hard not to love Lawrence. I mean, you know, we're best friends. I've seen him on screen for like a total of 30 minutes at this point. But you know what? I really feel him for my girl, and I just want to give her a big cuddle.
Honestly, like, just I literally I didn't get choked up, but I got really, really sad when I was listening to it, because I was like, oh, like it's like really, really shitty that she felt that way. But I'm glad that she has Lawrence, the queen, to really make her feel the fantasy of just being the fiercest bitch alive. But I just wanted to feel like that outside of that, because like she's beautiful, like
absolutely,
literally everything about her, like the essence is there. Like, how can anyone not think that you're beautiful? So
let
I was
the
like,
church say amen.
If you can't feel your own fantasy, how the hell you ain't gonna let anyone else feel your fantasy? Can I get a fracking man? Not the fracking. It's too soon. Oh my gosh, we're never going to be recording again.
I know. I can already hear helicopters circling above my house. RuPaul's coming for us.
Oh, Lawrence, we love you.
Hearts.
And then we have a new day in the workroom. It's the day of the runway.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. The battle of the nay-nays. The nay-nays. Already
Yes.
pitted as rivals, fierce, bitter rivals. Taste versus Astina. And we think, oh, this might be a fight. This might be our first fight already. 35 minutes into the episode. Let's get it. But then another beautiful moment happens to come and crush my heart.
Yeah, I was like, because I could see the narrative going that way anyway. I could see like when they entered into the workroom in the beginning, the whole like, you know, they're both dancing queens. Is there gonna be some competition? They were leaning into it, and then they had this lovely moment. I was just like, I'm actually quite thankful because I don't really want to see two black queens like argue about something like ridiculous. It's day one.
Absolutely.
There's room for two Naomis. Two Naomis, one cell phone is a film that's coming to XTube and Pornhub real soon.
What's Pornhub? I don't know her. Christian.
Okay, just because you got X Hamster on bookmark. That's actually disgusting. I don't know if anyone that uses X Hamster. I don't even know what that is. Anyway,
get off our podcast. Filthy animal.
Yeah, no, this was a really nice moment, and I was like, okay, I'm really here for this. And like Bimini just being like not the mediator, but she was just kind of like continue the conversation, and she said like, you know, you guys have to be able to change that. And then I was like, oh, like I feel like it relates to so many industries. I was having this conversation with a friend the other day, and yeah, it feels right. It's the right time to be having this. We actually like for people to see this as well. This conversation, Absolutely. It felt good because we could have got like a snatch game moment where, you know, the queens are going to argue and like, I'm doing Naomi, no, I'm doing Naomi. Like,
who are they going to do for? I mean, I guess it's not limited to UK gay icons, but it will be pegged one of them is doing it, not me. But
yeah,
I mean, see. Watch this space.
Shea Coulee did a really good Naomi, though. To be fair,
she did.
She did. That was really good. We'll see. But the other thing that
the tea. Oh,
go on.
Sorry, I'm still stuck on this point that they were like, you know, a true gay icon, a black or a person of color icon in the UK, and like the fact that you can't really think of anyone that's, you know, iconic in this. We've got the new icons. You've got the Monroes. You've got the Dame Pat McGrath mother herself. But the fact that the two of them are arguing over Naomi Campbell, shook. Sorry, I know we've moved on from that, but I just had to speak my truth because I'm still quaking in my little boots.
No. That was going to be my next point. I was going to say, like, it's actually quite wild because as soon as like that was said, I was like, oh, this is like this is real talk. This is the conversations that you have with your friends. Like, this is like, it just felt like, I felt like, oh wow, yeah,
it's happening on the BBC, like prime. Still, I guess maybe a bit of a niche show, but 9 p.m. is like premium time. So, is it 10 p.m.? Not me.
Oh no, it was 7. How are we doing a drag race podcast and you're like, what time does the show start?
Because I'm just a cute, relatable, ditzy one. I'm a straight woman.
She's crunchy.
Come through, slay my mother, boots out down.
Yes, God, slay her, read her, drag her. Who is she?
That's what I'm bringing to this narrative. Thank you for your time. I've been
you're not. You do not fall into that category of. Yeah, we won't even go. Maybe we can do a separate episode for that. But you don't fall into that category. Do not worry.
Oh,
Don't worry.
I feel so validated right now.
Yeah, no, but I was like, seriously though, like, who else is there? I kind of like thought like maybe like it's really hard. Like you mentioned, like there's obviously the new wave. I say new wave. I feel like I'm old, but like there's like a lot of young queer black icons now. But there just wasn't. There wasn't that many before. I would like to see. I saw a post. Someone posted like something about Lady Phil. And that would have been brilliant. Maybe series 3, maybe we'll see. Shout out to Lady Phil. Thank you for everything that you do. Little side note there.
Love you, girl.
All right. Second point for this whole runway prep was who the hell gonna go home first?
Oh, they really came for my sisters. My sisters, based on him, based facts. I was shook because
I was just like, what? Aurora was like, oh yeah, like based on like so for Estina, she said that she was panicking. Obviously, we didn't get to see that, but I'm assuming there was some kind of flapping moment, maybe, first challenge, nerves, whatever. But Tia, girl,
based on nada, villain. I told you, a big cold, y'all, villain. So agree.
Yeah, villain. Bam, electric chair.
No, but really, it was just like it's always fun to have these conversations. But literally, I mean, we know that it's not obviously what we're seeing, but I'm not believing it. Don't be asking who's going home first. But I wouldn't have. I don't know. I don't think they would have been my two.
Yeah, I mean it's too soon to say, and just say it. But I mean, what I will say is like any cunty queen that wants to like say things with their chest, I'm kind of here for. In like, even obviously it's a little bit nasty, or it can come across as a little bit nasty. She said that she was being open. I was like, oh, girl, I don't know about that. That was quite like, it was a little bit cutting. She was like, I just don't see it. I was like, oh,
rude.
Okay. Well, we'll see. There's plenty of challenges to come.
True that.
The runway. Bring it to the runway.
Runway. Give us one thumbs up if you'd like me to carry on singing.
You've been on Teams way too.
Honestly.
RuPaul comes down in this
this
pride rainbow inspired
dressing gown,
giving you the gay mum at the sleepover vibes, like
giving me Joseph and the multicolored caftan. Like Joseph has gone to Miami to find himself a sexy young man. And that was the feels I was getting, and it's just, a vision of my future.
Okay, so this week we have Liz Hurley as the special guest. We have, of course, Michelle and Graham Norton. It's lovely to see them.
Yeah, the gang's back together.
I was expecting Alan.
I was expecting
Alan Carr to be there for the first ep,
I think.
Yeah, I thought for the first episode maybe. Yeah. But I mean, we'll see. Either way, it was really nice. Liz Hurley, I was like, amazing, but also I just wasn't expecting it. And like when they announced all the guest judges, I was like, I was like, oh my gosh, Liz Hurley. Okay, okay, that's random.
I love her
But
though.
amazing.
Liz Hurley, her of the safety pin Gianni Versace dress. Ugh, need I say more? Those are her credentials. And
Bring back. What was the show? Was it Britain's Next Top Model?
oh my
Did she do Britain's Next
god,
Top
no,
Model?
wait, was it? Oh, something like that.
What is? Oh, re-uncultured.
She did something.
We're both so uncultured.
I mean, when America's Next Top Model was right there with the deranged queen that was Tyra Banks. Like, did we need to watch Heidi Klum? Did we need to watch Gunther, whatever his name was on Project Runway? Did we need to watch Britain's Next Top Model? No. Abby Clancy, get out of town. Get out of here.
No, instead we just watched Miss Tyra each week conduct the like literally the worst, the abominations on that show. Way too much.
I hate crimes.
Way too much.
Crimes against humanity.
Maybe we can do like a crunchy drag like mini series special later down the line after Drag Race UK. Yeah. I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I'd want to look back on America's Next Top Model. That show was a hot mess.
But hot is the operative word here. I'm all about the mess. I want to get crunchy. That's our brand. I want to get into these crunchy, dusty, musty, slightly crusty shenanigans. I'm about it.
I mean, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about anal ease. Let's talk about these runways. So runway 1, UK gay icon. Joe Black stomps down the runway as David Bowie.
The Mermaid remix. I wasn't sure that I would have gotten David Bowie without like the subtitles, like the little, they tell you who they're dressed up as. Maybe I would have got it, but it was orange hair and a beautiful dress, and the face was beat to the gods, but I didn't get David Bowie from it. As it was.
See, I loved it. I loved that she like made it her own. I feel like the hair was the one thing, like you as you just mentioned just now, like the hair I think is a thing that if she had done it a little bit different, she could have because like I mean other than that Bowie. Yeah, it was gorgeous. It was definitely gorgeous. I'd say it's a yes for me. Estina Mandela walks down the runway and I just wanted to throw my cell phone like Naomi. I can't believe the audacity. She looked gorgeous. It wasn't. I don't know what Naomi look I was expecting, but this one wasn't it.
Okay.
And I don't know what look I was expecting, but I was like, oh my gosh, you chiffony beautiful dream, like just the skin, the makeup, like it all worked. It was like. I just wrote down yes with 2 exclamation marks. Like that was it, and then gorge.
So just to be controversial, because we like the spice, but I like it was beautiful, no doubt. And you're like, okay, cool. That's Naomi Campbell, but I like the original dress. I mean, I know you're not going to be able to get like a Valentino dress like off the rack to wear on the runway of RuPaul's Drag Race UK, no tea, no shade, but the budget. But the original, like very clearly in my mind, you can see Naomi's nips, and it is the highlight of the dress. I didn't see no nips, not one, not a slip, not a slip.
That's what I thought. I did see. I saw the photograph though, and I think it's just the camera lighting and stuff. Possibly. I think because I think it's visible. It is visible. I looked at the photograph
I've seen that
afterwards, and there are certain angles. I was like, is it sheer? Can I see a little tit? Like what is? But I think the cameras did. I get what you mean.
Dirt, and then the next thing I noticed, I don't even know why I thought I was gonna be the voice of Drag Race, but the wig, baby, the wig was a little bit bumpy. The wig was a little bit dimensional.
I didn't mind.
Like Naomi's wig
I
is
didn't
slick.
mind.
Did slick to her head, like slick to her head. And this one, I was like, oh, there's a little bit of a bump. But then also, I did then think like,
was it the hairband?
Though, like, am I gonna be sitting here talking about other people's wigs? I've seen my wig. Anyone that looks on my Instagram can see my wig line sometimes. And I was like, you know what? Let me not, but let me just, because if you can't drag yourself, how are you gonna drag someone else? So didn't love it. It was a little bit crunchy, and I mean that's what we're here for. We love a crunchy queen. It wasn't perfect, but it was beautiful. She looked amazing.
I thought she looks incredible. Like, it's obviously, this isn't going to be the best look that we're going to see this series, but I think she looks gorgeous, and I wasn't expecting it. So far. So like, yeah, I was like, okay, yes, it's a yes, for me. We've got tons of looks to get through, so I'm gonna try and like, let's streamline it. Jeannie Lemon, really quickly, as Kate Bush. I thought it was like, she sold it when she was like walking on the runway for me, but it was a no, the outfit for me, unfortunately.
The outfit was not Kate Bush. The wig was Kate Bush, the acting was. And once I saw the jellies on her feet again for the second time in a different colour, I was like, nah. Next.
I love this. We're not drag queens, and we don't work in fashion. We don't know shit about fashion that much. I mean, Annalise actually. I started backtracking. Annalise knows more about fashion, but
podcast. Get out my pub,
girl. I'm 50% of this company, honey. You ain't getting rid of me. Yeah, no, it was just a no for me.
Yeah, didn't love. Don't like Kate Bush either. Soz. Kate.
Oh my gosh.
But you see when 5 seconds ago you just said I didn't know about fashion? Eat it. Eat it.
To your coffee. To your coffee. Yeah. Alan coming down the runway as Alan Turing. I
don't know what Alan Turing looks like. Benedict Cumberbatch played him in the film, I think.
Did
so.
He?
The Imitation Game, no? I think that was about Alan Turing.
Oh, I didn't see.
Neither did
that. It just looked like something that Benedict Cumberbatch was in. And I was like, not in a bad way. This sounds really weird, but Benedict Cumberbatch looks kind of scary to me. So I just...
Yeah.
Not in a horrible way. He just seems like, I feel like he'd be really good at playing a villain in films.
Skewiff, but he's intriguing.
Yeah. but so Alan Turing.
Alan Turing. Yes.
I loved. It was a very like obscure reference, and I loved the reference, and I'm still undecided. I'm very on the fence. Like, I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. I was just kind of like, and I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. Like, it looked gorgeous.
It was beautiful.
And I love the sentiment as well. But I was just, I don't know. I was expecting.
When you have to explain it for people to understand it, like maybe you're doing a bit too much, even if you look absolutely gorgeous while you're doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Bimini Bombo Lash. Yeah. She comes out as Princess Julia. Do you know who Princess Julia is?
Girl, she's a DJ. She's a pioneer. She's an icon, and it was a pretty good impression. I mean, I don't know about the hair, if it was like completely accurate to that outfit, but I mean, it was good. I liked it.
This was a good look. This was a good look.
Real cool.
Yeah. This was a good look. I mean, as we're going to talk about in a minute, but the judging on this, I think, I was very intrigued. Lawrence Cheney, as Diana Rigg from the Avengers.
I said who? I looked it up and I was like, okay, that's accurate. That's very spot on. But I was still like, who?
I didn't like this outfit. personally, I thought that it looked and it fitted really well, and it looked like, I don't know if she'd made it, but it looked I just I don't want to say it was crunchy. I just don't. It just wasn't. It wasn't my tea.
The
I'm
wig
sorry
was
to say,
beautiful and glossy,
but
and that's
and
fine.
I mean, Lawrence painted like, yeah, but it just wasn't. It wasn't for me, unfortunately.
Not mine. Not to die.
It's fine. We're gonna get death threats soon.
I welcome it.
For people's favorite queens. I mean, actually, to get that, someone has to listen to this podcast.
I want haters because it means I'm successful.
Cherry Valentine came out as Freddie Mercury, and I screamed. I was like, I'm in love.
Like, Freddie Mercury, I could make a whole other podcast about Freddie Mercury because he is one of my favorite people of history, of life, and that's like one of the most iconic looks. Like, apart from obviously like his Live Aid outfit, like, people remember him in drag in the video for I Want to Break Free. Shout out Freddie Mercury, rest in peace, Angel. It was kind of budget looking, but I knew who it was.
The shorts, but
the synth waistband,
but I loved
string
it.
waistband. Did not like it, but it was Freddie. It looked like Freddie.
Mission
accomplished.
I enjoyed it.
It was real
I was
cute.
Like, yes. Veronica comes out as Boy George, and I was literally like, "Who let Boy George screaming on the runway?" What's happening?
Still screaming from Freddie Mercury, and then I screamed some more.
That was so
accurate.
It was so well done.
Accurate. And they actually really look alike as well. Which, if I look at Veronica Green like out of drag, doesn't give me Boy George tease. But then, as Boy George, I was like, identical, uncanny. Give him back his face. I loved it. And the shoes that were actually owned by Boy George, that is a flex. That is a big boy flex.
I was like, okay, come on. And she was like real like subtle and sweet about it. I was like, oh my gosh, stunt on them. Let them know. Ahura comes Ahura stomped down this runway like someone stole her wig glue. She had a point to prove.
That is Vivienne Westwood to the bone. Like, Dame Viv, again, like, I didn't think I could scream anymore, but I was still screaming, and then my lungs collapsed. And somehow I revived myself enough to come and talk about how much this gave me life. Like, oh my god. Like, Viv, I can't even talk. You talk. You tell me what you thought of this.
I thought she looked incredible. There was the thing about Vivienne Westwood, again, I don't know shit about fashion, but the purpose is for like all of these prints and everything to be clashing. It's not meant to look perfect. Like, there was like, you know, like the whole like asymmetry kind of vibe and everything like that. Yeah, like I think it looked really well, but like I was my eyes were like going everywhere because her face, the way she painted her face, it looked gorgeous, but I was like looking, it was a lot going on in her face and then a lot going on with the outfit, so I was like, whoa, what's happening? And she came up stomping out. I can't get over the way she stomped out. I was like, she was like, everyone's gonna see me.
Honestly, it was pure Dame Vivienne Westwood to give her rightful title. Like, it was great. Like, I loved it. I was still screaming, and I had to sit down. I was already sitting down, but I had to sit down a bit further to cope. And then the palette cleanser of Sister of Dusty Springfield. I mean, the wig was perfect, but I wasn't excited.
Yeah, I was a bit let down. I was like, oh, I don't know. It felt like it was missing something to me.
I didn't know Dusty to be a LGBTQ plus icon, but maybe I'm just an ignorant pig. But I was like, oh, Dusty Springfield, cool.
Just an ignorant pig.
Literally.
Assalamu alaikum, no oink for me. I thought that was a I don't know. I just didn't. I wasn't. I wasn't as drawn to it as much as I think I should have been. But yeah. Ellie Diamond comes out and is dressed as Lily Savage, and I know that somewhere Lily Savage is screaming. Well, not the real Lily, but you know. And then Michelle Visage said Lily wishes she looked that good. I was like, you lot are really coming for Lily Savage, because she didn't like the idea of Drag Race being a thing over in the UK. And so I was like, you lot are doing this on purpose. Like, there were like some subtle shady moments. I thought Ellie, she looks amazing. I thought
that
she looks
makeup
gorgeous. She just, yeah. I'm getting this crouching tiger moment from Ellie Diamond, that she's just gonna be strong and she's gonna pounce one week. I could be wrong. Who knows? Taste.
Naomi Smalls. By way of Naomi Campbell. I'm not even angry. That was not shade, because I mean, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous.
It was good. It was gorgeous. I because you're not meant to compare the queens, but you had two Naomis on the runway, and again, maybe I'm probably going to join you in the farm, because I feel like I'm going to be an uncultured swine as well, and so like, I knew the look, I knew the Naomi look, but it wasn't. I don't know, it just wasn't popping into my head as like one of the obvious choices.
An iconic look. If I think of like Naomi Campbell, like iconic moments, you're going to think of like the 90s Versace runways. You're going to think of the Chanel runways. Like, you're going to think of the Vivienne Westwood runway in 1993, where she fell the fuck over, and you're like, there's so many more like moments, and she looked great.
The bodysuit beret look,
anything. like literally anything, but we got the reference. We knew who it was. Amazing, not inspiring. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She looks.
The bitch looked good though. You looked good. Before we move on to the second look, let's take a little break.
I need to lubricate my mouth.
Yeah, untuck, baby.
Let my balls hang out. Bye. What it do, shawty?
Oh, what it do, shawty? Welcome back, guys. If you're joining us now, I don't know who starts a podcast almost an hour in. Don't know why you've just fast forwarded. Quite rude. But we are about to jump into our the second look on the runway, which is the queens of their hometowns. I feel like there was never a clean line of like how to say that. It was just like the queen of the hometown. First up, we've got Joe Black coming down the runway.
Yeah, as a gold version of the Brighton Pavilion, and I had to sit there for a second and think, is it actually gold? Like, have I ever seen it when I'm sober? But it ain't gold, baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of defend Joe a little bit, because
go ahead.
This was pretty spot on. I feel like if you lived, I lived in Brighton for a few years, just saying. So I had the luxury of like seeing the pavilion. I literally lived up very close to the pavilion, and like I instantly got it. But I also instantly said, like, why did she do the pavilion? Like, it doesn't. I feel
it
like
was done.
I feel like she looked incredible, but I think everyone was waiting for something a little bit more typical, probably something more seasidey. I think, yeah.
Seagull.
Estina Mandela,
looking like the baddest baddie in East London. Loved her.
I loved it. I know that the girls were gagged because it was an ASOS jacket, but guess what? Spoiler alert if you ain't watched the fucking episode yet, she won in an ASOS jacket, and that's what counts. If she can do that in an ASOS jacket
and a chicken box, shout out representation.
Honestly, I was like,
said Black Lives Matter.
Also, those braids looked divine,
gorgeous. Yeah, and that was a wig. Holy cannoli.
Yes. Ginny Lemon representing Worcester.
Leon Perrins, run her commission because your sales about to go up.
I'm about to go and buy a bottle. I don't use that. I feel like it stays in everyone's
No,
cupboard for years and no one uses it.
disgusting.
But I want to buy a bottle just because of Ginny. Anything Ginny
Right?
sells, I'm buying.
Marketing queen.
It was a yes for me, which is good because her other one was a no.
Mm.
Tia Kofi coming down the runway representing Nottingham.
Yeah, real confused. She was like, I'm from Essex, but now I live in Clapham, but I'm gonna rep Nottingham. And I was like, what? And then she said that's where she found herself, and I was like, got it. You choose your own home. So, home's where the heart is. She looked dope. Velvet, boots, legs. Stunty.
I was unsure. I was a bit unsure about. I wasn't like the biggest fan of this look. I felt like I don't know. I wanted a little bit more of a razzle dazzle. I don't know how you can razzle dazzle like a Robin Hood look. But yeah, I just wanted something a little bit extra. And then, as we're going to talk about in a moment, it kind of like for me, it paled in comparison just a tiny little bit to Hora's
For
version
sure.
of this.
What?
But yes, Bimini Bon Boulash
Bimini
representing
Bon Iver with that body.
Norwich.
Leicester? I want to say Leicester.
No, it was Norwich.
Oh,
damn! It was
Norwich. Never mind.
It was Norwich. I love this look. It was really different.
Real cool. It was Lady Gaga by way of Aquaria, if they were a Midlands football fan. I loved it.
That's a lot of intersections.
That's the intersectionality we live for. Come on, 2021. Open your minds.
Lawrence Chaney coming down the runway representing Glasgow. And all I have to say is that I absolutely screamed when she said that Glasgow isn't just known for not knowing how to flush a shit in the toilet.
Fat bastard reference number 6,000. Love it.
No, that was Cher Lloyd by Cher Lloyd.
Pardon?
That was which one of you took a shat in the toilet and didn't flush it? Well, it was one of yours.
Oh my god! What am I doing on this podcast, guys? What am I doing? I mean, I was real like, what the heck? I thought it was one of those paintings. I think it's by, I want to say it's like Mondrian or something. I was like, stained glass window. I thought it was one of those like 60s paintings. And then she explained it, and I was like, oh, I get it now. Whatever it was really pretty.
Yeah, polished as fuck, as the judges said.
Yeah.
Cherry from Darlington. I liked this clock look.
I really like steampunk is always kind of weird and sexy and dark, and you're like, I don't know why this is hot, but it is.
And I feel like Cherry can like pad. Like I was like, okay, body.
Yeah. We saw that from her entrance look, and she served us some more body because we were still hungry.
We wanted seconds. I want a bit of that cherry pie.
And
Veronica representing Lancashire.
Looking like a prince. She looked like, not a princess, that's demeaning. She looked like a queen. The coif, the ball gown, the waist was cinched. Like, she just looked so beautiful.
I loved it. I was like, this is everything. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And also lovely contrast between the Boy George look and this. Like I loved it.
Exactly. Versatility. Come on.
Come on, verse queen. Ohora comes down the runway representing Nottingham as well.
Dressed as Peter Pan though. I was confused. I didn't think Peter Pan lived in Nottingham. No?
Do you know what? That's a good point.
Peter Pan with a bow and arrow. What?
Because I initially was like, this is a better Robin Hood, but I think because I just saw sparkle and it was a different color. It was a different. It was gorgeous. But now that you say the Peter Pan, I see the Peter Pan rod, and I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. It was beautiful, but it was Peter Pan.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is a good look. But yeah, sister.
That bitch. That bitch. That Liverpool scousewife. The OG drag queens of life. Like, walking down to the shop, like, walking out to take out the bins with the face beat to the high heavens and the rollers in their hair, like, always looking immaculate. Love it.
I loved it. I thought that out of all the looks, it felt a bit removed. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird because it's kind of like, I'm still undecided on this look, if I'm being completely honest.
It was the bronzer, like the orange line on her forehead for me. Like,
I wanted her to have a scouse brow, though. I wanted to see a proper thick slug of an eyebrow. Thick eyebrow. I want to see that fucking chicken
Yeah,
burger
she
and
could have
chips.
done more, and that's very much what the judges said, didn't they? They were like, it's cute, but where was your fluffy slippers? And I was sitting there in my fluffy slippers like, yeah, sister, where's your fluffy slippers?
How dare you look gorgeous, but you don't own fluffy slippers?
Honestly, some people are so rude.
Ellie Diamond.
Stun.
Dundee.
Makeup on flawless. Like,
Denise the Menace has never looked so good.
Dennis the Minx was a PVC dream. Like, no other. So beautiful.
And then we wrap things up with taste. This hair, incredible.
Makeup on goddess. Like, I was so proud to be Welsh, and not one single part of my ancestry came back as Welsh, but I'm so proud to be Welsh. She looks so beautiful. I'm in tears.
I loved it. I loved the hair. I loved the outfit. I was like, gorgeous, brilliant, beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
Yeah, I was like, okay, then well done, girls. You really did well. I mean, 2 runways. It was a really long runway section of the episode. Also, we are aware that this is a very long episode. This is a maxi episode, guys. We're going to call it because it's the first episode of the series.
You're welcome.
But yeah, giving and receiving. Versatility. All right, let's get to the critiques really quickly, because not everyone seemed happy. Viewers didn't seem happy.
They were mad as shit.
We had we had Ginny, Tia, Cherry, Veronica, Ahura, and Tace as safe this week. Astina, Lawrence, and Ellie were our top queens, and the bottom queens were Joe, Bimini, and Sister.
Ooh.
I feel like, let's talk about the bottoms really quickly. I mean, tops, we've already picked them up a lot, so we love all 3 of those tops. We love the tops. We love the bottoms here too.
We're equal opportunities lovers.
Nasty. Joe Black. Do you think that she deserved to be in the bottom this week?
No, like I mean, not yes and no. The makeup was always on 100, but I can see why she was in the bottom. I can see it. I could
see why, but also,
when you look that good and you're the weak bunch, like that's a pretty good testament to like this cohort of people. Yeah, like,
who are you?
That's a fucking strong ass group, man. Like, and someone had to go, and unfortunately it was Joe, and I'm gonna have to rewrite my whole list because how embarrassing.
Bimini, I don't think belonged in the bottom.
No,
I thought that I loved both of her looks. I think that the Princess Julia look, I think it was gorgeous. I think this Norwich look was good. It was a good look. I don't understand.
Yeah,
but I mean, who am I? I'm not a judge. So I'm just making a podcast from my bedroom. Sister, I can kind of see why she was on, like Joe. I can see why she was in the bottom.
I would have swapped her for Bimini, I think.
As in, but you have to have 3 queens in the bottom with 2 that are going to lip sync.
Oh yeah, sorry, so... I meant in the lip sync. I would have put her in the bottom too.
Oh yeah. I feel like there were a couple queens that narrowly escaped being in the bottom this week. Yeah, as in, if I'm looking, I'm just going by like my stats of, I went through like I yes each outfit or noed each outfit, and for me, I actually knowed one of Tia's outfits and was unsure about the other, and then Ginny I knowed, and then yes one, but I was kind of just like comparing it to the other people's outfits.
Yeah.
But they presented things in a very different way. And I feel like we're going to see something. Also, I feel like this is definitely, spoiler alert, RuPaul puts Joe Black and Bimini in the bottom. But I feel this is now going to push Bimini a little bit in this lip sync. After this lip sync we see. Let's talk about the lip sync really quickly.
Boring. We don't even need to talk about that lip sync.
Oh, okay.
Did not enjoy.
Okay, let's... Savage. All right, let's talk about Untucked really quickly, because Ahura is letting her feelings known really quickly. Tia and Justina, she thinks were in the bottom just based on their entrance looks, is what she said, and then she called Tia's wig thirsty.
And I, as a thirsty-headed girl, I thought it was directed at me. I internalized all the feelings, and I thought, like Tia says, it was a cultural frizzy moment. Like, not all of us had them perfect, like, freebie curls, baby. None of them 2C curls. Some of us have got some 4A going on, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're frizzy. Get over it.
We're having a frizzy curly day, a frizzy curly life, and that's fine. I was like, okay, well, let's not come too much for the wig. I feel like Tia could have I feel like she's gonna have a rise and a redemption. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Ginny, I loved that she was defending Estina, and she was like, I think you're all shirts, basically.
And they had him to say response. They were all like, and the editors just cut right there, and it was beautiful.
I know you don't want to talk about this lip sync, but we'll just mention it really quickly. Oh, before that, can we just take a moment to say Michelle Visage said on BBC, she said the words pum-pum shorts.
Pum-pum shorts.
I want
to hear her say that every day of my life.
I want a podcast of Michelle Visage's pum-pum shorts. Like, just her, I don't know, touring the world, trying on pum-pum shorts, and we can't see the pum-pum shorts, but she explains them because she just says pum-pum shorts.
Did we name ourselves too early? Like, could we have been pum-pum shorts? God, we'll never know.
Okay, this lip sync
hate that song
happens.
So much.
But before that happens, Estina is crowned the winner of the week.
Woo.
I just was like, I mean, it's deserved. I think it's deserved. I think she looked amazing. I think there are a couple other queens that could have got it, but I feel like the
deserving
clear person.
Winner.
100%.
And what did they give her for her efforts? A repeater badge. The BBC said better representation, but we still got no budget, hon. Sorry.
They can't give any money away, can they? It's taxpayers. It's not taxpayers. It's TV license payers, isn't it? That's why they can't do it.
Oh God.
Yeah. God. But I mean,
in your morals.
Well done, Estina. Congratulations.
Snaps to you.
But okay, this lip sync, you didn't like it. I kind of liked it. I thought that Bimini did really well considering she was in 10-inch heels.
Giving me Patrick Star tea. You know what I'm talking about. You know exactly. You can picture it in your mind right now. That's all I could see. Especially when she went on her head and started doing all the acrobatics. I was entertained then, but I don't like that song. And I know it's iconic, and I know there's like a whole discourse around Frankie Goes to Hollywood, but I would just, as soon as like the opening bars came on, I was like, boo, I'm already bored, and the song hasn't even started. But
oh, see, I thought that this was probably better than most of the lip syncs in series 1.
Intrigue.
Just because, yeah,
It was
I don't know, I liked it. I liked it. I liked Joe Black's all like weird moments with like her, you know, just her being a little bit of a goofball and having fun with it. I feel like they both had a little bit of fun with that lip sync. I feel like they both gutted that they were wearing what they were wearing in it, but still a flex. But sadly, Joe Black, this is where your journey on Drag Race ends.
Who screamed "Love you, Nana" as she walked off the stage? I had to rewind it.
I wrote that down. I wrote it down. I have no idea, but I was like, I can't cope. It might have been Lawrence because she's being the shady bitch. She's hilarious. Love you, Nan.
Oh, Jojo. I'd love to see Joe come back. Like, you know, when they just bring people back for no goddamn reason whatsoever. Like, I want to see more of Joe. I don't think we got enough Joe.
I mean, never say never, you know. She might come back. There might be an All-Stars. I would love an All-Stars, a US versus UK All-Stars. I don't know how that would work. But yeah, I thought overall it's a brilliant episode. It was great to see RuPaul and Michelle enjoy themselves. They were laughing for the whole episode. Like, they just seem to have a good time. It's like a nice energy. This is what we needed to be back on our screens.
Graham Norton was there. He was there. He looks good. He was there. Liz Hurley looked absolutely stunning. She was there. She gave us a history lesson about Regency and how the costume was not age appropriate and blah de blah de blah de blah. But Rue and Michelle having a good old laugh.
Liz taught RuPaul how to say Glasgow. He said Glasgow, which I thought was hilarious. Next week, Rats the Rusical, and I screamed at the mention of Rats.
Jack
I was
Remington
like, "You lot are
screaming somewhere into the abyss of Twitter."
Jack Remington is in his pum-pum shorts, preparing for Pride, screaming at Rats the Rusical. I can't cope.
I love you, Jack. I love you so much.
We're fans. We are fans. I can't cope.
Rats the musical. I can't wait. I really can't.
Yeah, it looks good. It's a singing challenge. Really quickly, it's a singing challenge. We have a few singers in our midst there. Tia Kofi is a singer. Who else is a singer? Oh, Estina said
Veronica
she can sing as well. So Veronica can sing. Oh yes, like this is gonna be. We're gonna see a shift now. We're gonna see another shift. Ginny Lemon auditioned for X Factor, and I was thoroughly entertained by that. So we're gonna see. Yeah, we'll see what happens next week. But I'm excited. This is exceptional. This is very exceptional. I want to say one of the best openings in a really long time of Drag Race in Drag Race
because we're not even going to talk about what the hell they're doing in the US version. We ain't going to talk about that on this podcast. You are correct. This is everything that we've needed for so long. Like, January is miserable as shit at the best of times. Like, January 2021 is just 2020 the remix, and we're already over it. 15 days in, too much. But Drag Race has come to bring us just some levity and just some shenanigans and just beauty and sisterhood. And I'm really excited for the next X amount of weeks of our lives.
Yes, 100%. I think it's going to be the light at the end of this shitty tunnel. That sounds really bleak, doesn't it? But I mean, we've got Drag Race. We've got Drag Race twice this year. We've got 2 Drag Race UK series going on this year. Beginning of the year and end of the year. Like, amazing.
It's going to be beautiful.
Well, I think that pretty much concludes this week. Thank you for joining us on this lovely journey. If you haven't already,
you better goddamn subscribe yourself to our socials, baby.
You can follow us at Crunchy Drag on Instagram, Twitter. We are on TikTok. There are no TikToks. But gotta try and get there.
Gotta get down with the kids.
Yeah. So come back and have a kiki with us, crunchy ass bitches, next week.
And until then, my darlings, bye.
Bye.
Love it. And